Hi everyone, it's LeJanaro back with another video. I would like to say welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and everyone who keeps coming back each time I post a new video. So I'm starting in my Planberry planner for the month of March, and I realized that some stickers that I have on hand will fit and some won't. So I am going to walk you through the process of how I make my planner stickers in a new planner. I've used Erin Condren, I've used Happy Planner, and you can find a lot of stickers online. If you've been here with me for a while, you know I like printable stickers because I have a Cricut, and I've also purchased some stickers from some sticker shops. And full disclosure, I haven't done any research to see if any shops sell stickers from Planberry Stickers. I'm just going to go ahead and make some of my own, and I decided that I would take you along with me. I did do my monthly, and I used some poly plan stickers as much as I could, and I'll show you that. But I did a flip through of this planner on the channel. I will link that below. I do have to fill out the first part. You know, it asks you questions. It has a bucket list, a to-do list, goals. I have to take the time to sit down and fill out all of those things. I haven't done that yet. But this is the monthly that I filled out. So I was able to use some of Polyplan stickers, this sidebar, some of these decorative stickers up here. This is some of the washi, and then the date dots. But these, and then some of these are her icons. And some I pulled from some other planner sticker books. But these boxes I pulled from the Colorful Basics book from Recollections. Because the Planberry planner stickers that I had, not Planberry, sorry, the Poly Plan stickers that I was using, they were too long for the boxes. So I think they were the Erin Condren stickers. But they were long, so I just found some boxes out of another sticker book. So I did decorate the monthly as much as I could using other stickers. But I need to decorate the weeks. And again, I like this planner. It has everything. It has monthly, it has weekly, and it's the hourly setup. And it also has budgeting in the back. So everything that I need is in this one planner, and goal setting as well. So I'm going to give it a shot, and I'm going to, again, walk you all through the process of how I make stickers. So the first thing you want to do, if you have a planner that you plan on making stickers from, you need to measure the planner, and you need to know the type of stickers that you want to make for your planner. Are you going to do date headers, date covers, washi, box stickers? You need to know that for yourself. Now, for the popular brands of planner stickers, you can find measurements online. You can find the measurements online for Erin Condren, for Happy Planner. But if it's a planner that, you know, may not be, I don't want to say popular, but like this Planberry planner, again, I haven't done any research. There may be some stickers out there. But I just decided to go ahead and make my own. So I don't know if you can really read this or not, but I just kind of wrote down the different stickers that I want to make, and I wrote down the measurements. I didn't want to subject you to that, but I just took my little ruler and I just measured my boxes. My boxes are a smidge over 1.5. So I just made my boxes 1.5, and then I measured the height, and whatever the height I came up with, that's what I wrote down. So I sew, if you don't already know, I have a sewing and crafting YouTube channel as well. So I do a lot with measurements, and I'm not great with fractions at all. So this is my little diagram of a ruler and all of the measurements on the ruler. And then I took the fractions and broke them down to decimals. I just Googled 1/8 equals, and it automatically popped up what the decimal was. And these are the numbers that I type in Cricut Design Space. So these are the numbers, once I did the measurements in my planner, the decimals that I typed in Cricut Design Space. So after you decide what boxes and what stickers you want, so I did quarter boxes, half boxes, full boxes, bottom washi. I did the date headers here, which can also, those same measurements can also be used for washi. And the thing about this planner, these little boxes here are small. So my date covers are going to be a little bit bigger because I didn't want them so small. These things over here on the side, I'm probably not going to cover up. I'm just going to leave as is. And then also my habit trackers and different things like that. So that is the first thing you want to do. Whether you're doing monthly stickers or your weekly stickers, you have to measure your stickers. So again, you just take your ruler and then just measure out, you know, what you are looking for. Write it down like I did. I try to write things as comprehensively as possible. That way I'm not confusing myself on what measurements go with what stickers. All right, so fair warning, this is going to be a long video. Okay, it's probably going to be well over an hour. I'm going to write myself a note to do timestamps. So if there's something that you want to skip in this video, for instance, you might already know you need to measure your planner. You might want to skip this part. The next part, I'm going to show you where you can get graphics from. If you already know where you're going to get graphics from, you might want to skip that part and just get right down to the Cricut Design Space part. All right. So I'm going to put timestamps so you can skip things that you don't want to see. All right. So I got my measurements here. I think I've told you everything. Strap in is going to be a long one. But let's get started. This next part is going to be me showing you, I think, 4 different places where you can grab graphics for your planner kits. Okay, so before we jump into Cricut Design Space and start making the stickers out of the measurements we just took, I'm going to tell you about a couple different places where you can go and get elements that you can use in your planner stickers. Now, disclaimer, always read the license for anything that you download for any site, all right? Especially if you plan on selling planner stickers at some point. If you're just using them for personal use for your own planner, by all means, go crazy. Download away. But make sure that you read the license of anything, elements, artwork, anything that you use from different sites. And these are just a few sites. There are so many sites that you can get elements for. Creative Fabrica is a site that I love. I do have the subscription. But prior to the subscription, I used to come to Creative Fabrica when they used to have like 90% off sales and buy and download different things. But because I was coming on here so much, I said, you know what? It's probably worth it for me to go ahead and get the subscription for it. They are still running that special for $59 a year. It's $4.99 a month, but they bill it as a year for $59. They're still running that special on this site, but you can come here. They have fonts, they have graphics, embroidery files, sewing file, everything. Right? So Creative Fabrica is a place that you can go and find elements. Another place is Etsy, of course. Creative Market is another place where you can go. Their prices are a little bit higher. So this might be a tip. I might get in trouble for this, but some things that I see on Creative Market that I've even bought on Creative Market, those same designers have been on Creative Fabrica and the prices have been cheaper. Alrighty. And you can also use design bundles as well. Design bundles is like Creative Fabrica as well. You can come on and find different elements that you can use in your planner stickers. So I'm going to go back over here to Creative Fabrica because I have the subscription and I can download different things. And I'm just going to search for digital paper. And I would recommend doing seamless digital paper because sometimes when you get digital paper that's not seamless, it'll show when in some of your planner. The design will be broken up in some of your stickers. So always I would say look for seamless. That way your design is a continuous flow basically. Right, so you can look through everything that they have, choose some digital paper that you want to use, and you download it. If you don't have the subscription, of course, you have to buy it, and then it will go over to your download page. So I'm just going to go to my download so you can see. This is when you download things, this is what it'll look like. You'll come here to my downloads and you'll just hit download once you figure out what you want to get. And then I've already downloaded some digital paper that I'm going to use. So once you get what you're going to use, the elements you're going to use, then you can go over to Cricut Design Space. But I'm going to show you another kind of hack, if you will, and it's on Creative Fabrica to make this journey a little bit easier for you. Okay, so here's my little hack. This person on Creative Fabrica, Best Graphics Online, they actually have planner graphics. So I use a lot of their graphics in my sticker kits. And again, let me stress, this is for personal use only. And for this particular designer, when you go down and read here, it says, please note that you may not resell these images in kits, scrapbooking sets, clip art sets, or any type of instant download. That's why I'm stressing for this person's site, for this person's graphics and backgrounds and everything. I use it for personal use only, not for anything that I'm going to try and sell. But they have started to put digital papers on here. So let me see if I can scroll to find the planner elements that I'm trying to show you. Oh, and I am not an affiliate for this person. I just like their elements. So I guess I can't say any, but most of the graphics that you see in planner kits, icons, boxes, habit trackers, this person has that on his site. So here's some shopping cart icons, some rectangle frames, some more shopping carts. I saw some things. Dollar bills, like if you want to track paydays in your planner, weekend banners, line full boxes, checkbox task headers. So if you go to this person's page on Creative Fabrica, almost every, because I can't say every because I haven't seen everything that they have. But most of the things that I use in my planner kits, I can find clip art on this page. And and I don't have to create the clip art myself. So, or I don't have to create the elements in Cricut Design Space myself. So things like checklists that may take a little bit longer to create, flags. I think this particular shape in Cricut Design Space is a pro shape. So you can't get it in the free shapes. So things like that. This just makes it easier for me. And another reason why I like this person's elements is because they basically have a color scheme. So number 1 in checklist is the same color as number 1 in full boxes. So I don't have to try to search and match up different colors for the elements that I'm going to use. All right, but enough about that. Let's go over to Cricut Design Space. I will put a link to the places that I suggested where you get graphics from in the description box below. I know at least 2 of them are affiliate links. I'm not sure if I have affiliate links, an affiliate link for Creative Market, but Creative Fabrica and Design Bundles will be affiliate links. There's no extra cost to you. It just gives me a little kickback if you decide to purchase anything using my link. All right, so we're in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to hit New Project. Right, and it brings you to a blank canvas. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I haven't changed my Cricut Design Space over to beta so I can print larger, I'm still printing the 6.75 by 9.25. So I'm going to come over here to Shapes, grab a square, and I'm going to unlock the size, and I'm going to do 6.75 by 9.25. Right, this box will allow me to see how much I can get on my page once I finish creating all of my elements that I want to put in my planner. So I'm just going to take this and just slide it to the side, out of the way. I'm also going to go ahead and hit save. Right, because I have been doing things in Cricut Design Space. It hasn't happened in a while, but I have been working in Cricut Design Space before, and it will just restart. And everything that I didn't save will be gone. So I will be saving throughout this entire presentation. All right, so we got our measurements for our planner. And the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to upload my, well, I'm going to put an element on here first. So I'm going to go back to Shapes. I'm going to go grab a square. And my header is, my short header is, I'm going to unlock this and I'm going to type in these measurements. This is one of the reasons why I love Cricut Design Space for some things, is I can type in exactly what I want. So let's do 0.375 by, I'm going to do it the other way because I want my header to be going the other way. So let me do this, 0.375. I'm going to put that in the height, and I'm going to put 6.1875 as my width. All right. I am going to turn these, I will probably end up turning these to the side when I'm trying to fit them onto my square, but we'll do that much later. All right. So this is my short header. So I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to hit the duplicate button. Right. I'm going to unlock this, and I'm going to do, I did that backwards. The first one was my long header. This one will be my short header, and it will be It'll still be 0.375 for the height, but I'm going to do 4.5625. All right. All right, and it does round it up a little bit, so when you print out your stickers, it'll be a smidge over, but not enough for it to be really noticeable, because it does round, as you can see. All right, so here's my short header, here's my long header. So right now these are basic cuts. You want to make these print and cut. So just click on one of them, click here the arrow where it says basic, and take it to print and cut. Do the same thing for the other one, the arrow by basic, go down to print and cut. Right, so now we can put designs in this, right? So you click on one of them. I don't know why it's bothering me that the short one was beneath the long one, but yeah, little quirks of mine. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're going to see what we want to put in here. I still have to upload my images, and I'll show you that in a second. But I also want to show you what Cricut Design Space has. All right, so if you click on the box here, the little black box, print type, you can do color. So if you want it to be a specific color, you can change that. But if you want a pattern, a design that you uploaded, you go click the arrow by color and hit pattern. And it will show you all the patterns that Cricut Design Space has, as well as patterns that you've uploaded. I've uploaded several different patterns already, and they are in here, but I'm going to show you how to upload a pattern if you don't have a pattern in here already. But if I click on that pattern, it puts the pattern in here, and you can hit edit pattern. And you can make all these changes that you want to make. If you do scale, it'll make it larger so you can see more of the design. And you just kind of adjust it the way you want to. And remember I was saying do seamless. You see how this split is here? I don't know if you can tell, but there's a split here in the design. That's what I mean by grabbing seamless patterns will be a lot better than just grabbing any oh gosh, what are they called? Backgrounds, digital paper. Make sure you grab seamless digital paper. That way you won't basically have these seams in between your design. So let me show you how to upload patterns. Okay, so when you want to add patterns to the print and cut area in Cricut, you go to upload, and you want to go to pattern field, not image. You go to pattern field, right? And you hit upload pattern, and you can drag and drop, or you can browse and find wherever you saved your patterns on here. Once you find your pattern and you hit open on your computer, or you drag and drop, it will come to this page, and you hit upload. You can give it a name if you want to. It's probably better to give it a name, but I just never do. Right, you just hit upload. All right, and nothing will come up, but your pattern will be in there. All right, so I'm just going to hit cancel so it'll take me back to my canvas. All right, so we're back on our canvas, and I'm going to click on one of my headers. And these particular headers is for washi tape. If you don't want to do washi tape, you don't have to, right? So just click on one of my headers, and well, I guess I should call it washi tape. Anyway, and then hit the little black square, change color to pattern, and then you find the pattern that you uploaded. And you click on it, right? And you'll see it back here behind it. I meant to move it over so you can see it better. But you would hit edit pattern, and you just kind of want to play with the different functions, right? You know, until you get it the way you want it. And once you get it the way you want it, you click the X and it should change here. All right, so this will be a strip of washi if I wanted to use washi. You can do the same thing with this one. Click on the black square, change color to pattern. Find something that you added. Hit edit pattern, and then take it to whatever size you want to take it to. Now this one is not a seamless pattern. So like I say, you kind of see the marks in the design that lets you know it's not a seamless pattern. All right. So I'm just going to exit out so you can see that. All right. So that's some washi tape that you could put at the bottom of your planner, top of your planner. Some people like to put washi at the top of their planner and then put their date covers on top of that. So it's really up to you. So that's how you would do washi. But because I am not doing washi, well, I'm doing washi for my bottom washi. So I'll get back to that in a second. Well, actually, let me go ahead and do it now. I'm going to grab my shape, grab a square, because I only need one, because I have a bottom, I only have room for bottom washi on one side, because of, on the other side I have my habit trackers. All right, so let's change this from a basic cut to a printing cut. I'm going to change the size, so I'm going to unlock it, and my bottom washi size is going to be, the height is going to be 1.4375, and my width is going to be 6.1875. All right, and I'm going to go here to the black square, change color to pattern, and choose the pattern that I want. And I can edit this if I want to, make the pattern a little bit bigger. So let's see how that looks. You can use this flip and rotate. You can use all of these things here, and you'll see it happen on this side, so you'll know what changes you want to make. All right. All right, so I'll just leave that there. So this is my bottom washi. I can put that to the side. All right, so for these, I'm actually going to do my date covers. All right, so I'm going to change this to, let's change it to black. All right. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to change it back to color, and I'm going to change it to black. All right. So these are going to be my date covers that are going to go across. All right. So these are the parts that it is time consuming when you first do this, but once you get it done, it's done. All you have to go in here and do is change colors and patterns once you get the template ready. Right, so I'm going to save because I don't want to lose anything. New items added to your project not compatible with project sharing. Saving will turn off visible to others. Save as. All right, so I'm just going to hit save because it doesn't have to be visible to others. All right. Now, this is the part that I may be doing way too many steps. There's probably might be a better way for me to do this, but I don't know of one yet. So I'm going to go to shapes, go to square, and I'm just going to make this all right. Let me do this the other way because my width and height. The width and height is throwing me off. All right. I really just needed something that was 1.5 because my squares that my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday days of the week is 1.5, right? So I just need this to measure what I'm doing. That's the only reason I grabbed this little square. It's not going in my planner. I just needed something to measure, to do the 1.5 measurements by. All right. So let's go to text because we need to type out our days of the week, right? I'll show you one and then I'll type out the other ones without recording. So you go over to text and I'm going to do Monday. I like a Monday start. And you have Cricut fonts in here and you have the fonts from your computer. So I'm just going to highlight, go up here to fonts. Oh, I'm going to move this over so we can see. All right. I'm going to go to fonts. Now, these are Cricut fonts here. If you go over to system, these are the fonts that are on your computer. Right, so I'm just going to go down and just find my favorite font that I like to use, which is Berry Smoothie. Berry Smoothie. There it is. All right, and you see it changed over here. Okay. So you can do bookmark. If you just click on that, it'll be bookmark and it'll be under bookmark, which will be easier to find if that's a font that you love to use. All right. So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change this from a basic cut to a print and cut. And I'm also going to change the color to white. Right. And I just grabbed a point here to make it smaller because I need it to fit in here. These are probably not the best colors for me to use, but you know, for demonstration purposes only. All right. So that's Monday. And of course, I don't want Monday to go all the way over because I got to put my date dot there. All right. But I'll show you how to do date dots later on. Like I said, this is probably going to be a long one. So I'm just going to click on my Monday. And I may change the size of this again. I'm just, you know, kind of testing things out. So I'm going to click on my Monday. I'm going to hit my duplicate button. So I have my fonts. Right. So let me grab my square really quick. It keeps pulling me over. All right, let me do this. Click on my square. This is just to help me so I can see that white font. I know I have a lot going on right now. All right, arrange. I don't know why it's not letting me click on my font. This is a problem I've been having with Cricut Design Space for some reason. Arrange. Okay. I can't explain that right now. But I was going to use this so I could see my fonts, but it's not working for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change this to a different color for in the meantime. I'll figure out what's going on with Cricut Design Space later. Right? So I'm just going to hit duplicate until I get all 7 days, and I'm just going to type in the rest of my 7 days and I'll be right back. All right, so I got the rest of my 7 days. Now I'm going to, now I can move this over to 1.5 because this is where the new day will start. I know you can't see that well, but this is Tuesday. I'm just going to bring it over just a smidge. All right, that's Tuesday. And I'm going to come over here. Another 1.5. It's 1.5. And that was starting at that 1.5. So this one's going to start at 4 basically. All right. And then I think this is Wednesday. So I'm going to have to make my fonts a little bit smaller because you see Wednesday, I don't have any room to put my date dot. So that's not a problem. I can make my font smaller. All right. So these are my other fonts. And again, I know it's hard to see because they're white, but I'm going to change the color here soon. All right, so let me do this. Put this over so I can measure my 1.5s. Now this may be different in another planner because I know when I did my Erin Condren planner, it was a task to try and figure out where to put these dates. So that's Sunday. All right, so this is Thursday. And let's see if I can eyeball it. 1.5 inches here. And then this one will go at 9 because that's another 1.5 inches. And then this one will go at 10.5. All right. And what I did again, that was just me without taking the 1.5 inch square and measuring. Right. So that's 1.5. That's 1.5. That's 1.5. And then that's 1.5. All right. So I'll know where to start my dates. So now I need to make my days of the week a little bit smaller so I'll have room to put my dots on the other side of my okay, so once you get everything in, my video got cut off, but I'm not sure where, but I was saying that you can change the size of your days of the week just to make sure that you have enough room to put your date dots here. So I'm just looking at my different days. All right, so this is 1.5. This is 1.5. And this is 1.5. All right, so I don't know why it's making me. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just trying to move the days of the week to the 1.5 mark. And for some reason, Cricut Design Space is acting funny. Oh, that one didn't. This one goes to 9. And then this one goes to 10.5. Right. All right, so I think that's okay. Only thing I don't like about this font is because everything looks so different. The sizes don't look uniform, but that's something you can fix with if you decide to use a different font. Use a font that's more uniform. This font is tricky. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. So in order to change your size, you can click on your day and you can either use this handle to change your size, or you can change your size up here to a size that, like if I could have all of these 1 inch, I would. But when you change this to 1 inch, it gets really big. So you have to play with it a little bit. So for instance, if I change this to 1 inch, you see how it does? So I would probably have to change the width a little bit. But see how it looks different from the other days? So that's why I'm just not going to mess with it. All right. All right. And again, this is my planner. But like I say, you play with your fonts, you play with different things like that to your liking, because you are going to do what suits your planner. All right, so next what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the box behind it. I'm going to move it down. I want to click and drag to highlight my days of the week. I'm going to change it to a different color just for this, so you can see. So first thing I'm going to do, after changing the color, so you can see, I'm going to align top. All right. And I'm also going to group them. Right. So that way, I want to put this back over top. And then I'm going to send to back. Oh, you know what? Duh. I forgot that I changed the color. So let me do all that over. All right. All right. I want to make sure it was still grouped. So let me change this back to white. I was like, why is my days of the week not showing? Now grab your box and put it back. Right. So let me see if I can do this and see if it works. I'm going to click and drag and highlight it all. And do center. That's what I didn't want to happen. All right. So I'm going to click and drag, highlight it all, align. Okay. Align center vertically is what I wanted, because I wanted the days of the week to be in the center. All right. But I still want it to be at 1.5. If I had to just did center, it's going to center the days of the week in the box. All right. So center vertically. So with everything still highlighted, and you can look over here to see what's highlighted. Your days of the week is in blue and your square is in blue. All right. You want to hit flatten. All right. So now this is one piece. So when you cut it, it's going to cut in one piece. Right. Going to do the same to this. Everything, making sure everything is still at 1.5 the way that I want it. Right. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Click and drag to highlight them all. Change the color to black just periodically so I can see. Just for a second, so I can see. Highlight them. Align top. All right. And I'm going to group them. Right. Change the color back to white. Grab this, put it back. Right. So I'm going to click and drag to highlight the box and the days of the week. And I'm going to align center vertically. All right. And then with everything still highlighted, I'm going to hit flatten. All right. So these are my date covers. That took a while, but I got it done. All right. So my date covers and my bottom washi done. Now, if you want to go ahead and put your date covers in, you can do that if you want to, but a lot of times with your planner kits, your date dots are going to come separate. But let's say you do want to do it, and you would do this before you flatten everything. You will go to shapes, grab you a circle, and I'm just going to change this to white really quick. You also want to change it from basic cut to printing cut. And you're just going to size it down until you get to the size that you want it. And you will put it next to your days of the week. Right? And you would just duplicate your days of the week. I mean your dots, I'm sorry. All right. And then you would do the processing, the process of aligning and grouping before you flatten everything. But since my date dots are going to be separate, I'm just going to leave it like this. All right. All right, so let's see what we're going to do next. All right, so let's do some decorative boxes. All right, so come here to your shapes, grab a square, and change it from basic cut to printing cut. All right, and you can go ahead and duplicate this as many times as you want, depending on the type of boxes you want. So we're going to do a full box, a half box, and a quarter box, I think. All right. Again, these measurements are going to be based on your planner. So I think the Erin Condren is 1.5 by 1.9, and then the Happy Planner is 1.5 by 2.5. So it just depends on your planner. I did the measurements for my planner, so I'm going to use those measurements for my planner. So this first one will be a full box. I'm just going to unlock my sizes. I want my width to be 1.5 and my height to be 2. Look at that. All right, so that's going to be my full box. My half box is going to be 1.5, and my height is going to be 0.875. All right, so that's my half box, and then my quarter box, 1.5, 5.4375. All right, so these are the boxes that I'll use in my planner. Now let's make them decorative. So since I use this, I'm going to use that in my boxes. Now you can make plain boxes. Well, we'll do that in a second. So let's do that real quick. Let's highlight these and just duplicate those and just keep them down here to the side. All right, that way you don't have to redo that whole print and cut and changing the size and everything. All right, so I'm going to come here. I'm just moving it over here so you can see it better. So my full box, I'm going to hit the black box, change color to pattern, and I'm going to grab my pattern. All right, if you're satisfied with this, you can leave it like that, or you can hit edit pattern, change the size, make it a little bit bigger if you want it bigger, right? All right, do the same to this one. Hit the box, change color to pattern. All right, hit edit pattern if you want to make it a little bigger. You can type this in, or you can slide the slider. Right, same thing. Edit pattern. Let's change this to 60. See how it looks. If you don't like that, just come back here, edit pattern, and change it to whatever you want to change it to. All right. Now you can leave these like this, or like most people, you need a white space here, right? Because you want to write on these. I do have at least one decorative box, one decorative full box, just, you know, as a decorative element in my planner. But I'm gonna duplicate that. All right, so I'm gonna highlight these again. Just make myself some more copies. All right, just because they're already print and cut. All right, so let's do this. All right, so I'm going to change these to white. All right, so this box is 1.5. So I'm going to drag it over, and I'm just going to use these handles. Now you can always type in what you want it to be. This one might be a little easier. So since that one is 1.5 by 2, I may change this one to 1.25 to 1.75. I'll do that in just a second. All right, Cricut Design Space started acting up on me. That's one of my pet peeves, I will say, I have with Cricut Design Space. So I just closed it out and opened it back up. All right, so I'm going to grab this square, and I've already changed the width to 1.25. So I'm going to change the height, and I'm just playing around with the height and width to see, you know, how it will fit. So let's see. It's acting up on me again. See how it won't let me highlight anything? Alright, so I'm going to hit save because I don't want to lose anything. And so like if I click and drag, it'll look like I highlight things, but I can't click anything. Oh, all right. So I'm going to try this again. You may have to, you won't know the difference, but I will. I may have to come back tomorrow and finish this up, but for you, it'll be a few seconds. All right, let's try it again. Once you get your white box to the size that you want it, you click and drag to highlight both boxes. You go to Align, Center, and then you flatten. All right. And you do that for the boxes that you want to write in. So I'm going to change this size to 1.25, and I'm going to change this to 1.75 and see how I like it. Right. So I'm just going to click and drag, align, center, and flatten. And now you have your boxes that you can write on. All right. With these boxes here, if you just want to just choose a color from your pattern box, you can make a ton of these. You can do all black. Like this right here doesn't look like a true black to me. So I would just click on this button and come down here to black. And see, now that looks like a true black to me. You can unflatten this. Make a copy of your white box, a duplicate, and drag it. Right? Just so you don't have to redo those sizes. You already have those sizes. Don't forget to click and drag and highlight this again and flatten it again. All right. It would have been smarter for me to go ahead and make copies of these boxes prior to me flattening the design, but it just came to me. So I'm going to unflatten, click my white box, copy it, click and drag, flatten it again. So yes, once you get your white boxes to the size that you want them, go ahead and duplicate those. I don't know why I have such a hard time saying that word. And flatten again. All right, so with these, you do the same thing. You align, center, and you flatten. So I'm going to change that box to black, the true black. All right, click and drag, highlight them both, align, center, and flatten. Click and drag, align, center, and flatten. All right, let's say you want a different color, but you've already made your boxes. Just click on your box, unflatten it, click on the color box, and how you know you click the color box is highlighted over here and it pops up over here. So let's say we want to grab a purple. Right? Now I don't know in Cricut Design Space, it says color sync, but I don't know how that works. I haven't tried it. But you might want to, try it for yourself and see how you like it. Let's say these two colors aren't working for me. You hit advance and it'll bring up the purple, and you can, try to get as close to that purple as you think you can. Right. I might play with that a little later. You can try the red. Right. But that's how you change the color of the background box. Once you change the color, again, click and drag to highlight. Make sure it's still centered. Make sure nothing moved. Align, center, and flatten. All right. So I'm just gonna duplicate that and then put my black box back. But you can pick every color in here that you want for how many ever boxes you need in your planner kit. And you see how that moved a little bit? I'm going to have to center that again. But I'm changing it back to black. So how many ever boxes you need in your planner kit, that's how many boxes you make. And I'm going to flatten it. And like I said, you unflatten it. Click on the back color. It'll pop up here. And you change to whatever color. So you can do boxes in every color on here if you want to. So let me go ahead and save just in case things start acting up again. So we got our boxes, right? We got our full box, our half box, and our quarter box. So So now let me show you my hacks. All right. So remember I told you about the designer in Creative Fabrica that had all the different icons that you can use in your planner? Well, I've downloaded a lot of those icons and I put them in a folder on my computer and just kind of tried to separate them. And I use them whenever I want to use them. So for example, habit trackers. It has 100 colors in here. I'm just going to use black for now. But I can come in here so I don't have to make my own habit tracker, right? So let's go back. What else? Heart checklist. 100 colors. Well, I don't know if this one is 100 colors, but I'm using black. So I would come in here and find a heart checklist. I would upload everything that I want to use. I will upload it to Cricut Design Space. And that way I don't have to do these things myself. My work schedule. 100 colors. So this is my hack. I'm looking for my daily tracker. Daily trackers. See? 100 colors. So that's why I like that shop so much. Again, like I said, I'm not sponsored by that shop. I just like the shop. All right, so I know everything is all over the place right now, but I'm just putting in the elements that I know I'm going to need in my planner kit. So let's upload those, what I call my hacks or my cheat sheet things. So I'm going to do upload image. I'll hit browse. I'll find them on my computer and just choose the ones I want to use. Now, clicking and dragging may be a lot easier than going through all those steps to hit upload image, browse. So you just may want to click and drag on your computer. So once you find your image, you will come here. I'm going to hit complex, continue. I don't have to remove anything here. I hit apply and continue. Make sure you hit print and cut and upload. Right? You click on it, add to canvas. Once it comes on your canvas, you change it to the size that you want to change it to. So mine is going to be, I'm going to unlock it, 1.5 by 2. Right? So now I don't have to go through the process of making this black box, typing out Monday through Sunday, making these white boxes, aligning everything. But again, this is for my personal use. I'm not selling this. If I was selling it, I would have to make my own stuff. All right. So consider this hack. Right. So I'm just going to go and grab all of the other elements, some checklists, my work stickers that I like to use, whatever elements I'm going to add to my kit. And then I'll show you how I kind of set things up. Okay, the last two things I'm going to show you in terms of making the different things you want to put in your kit are icons. I'm not going to add a lot of icons because I have a lot of sticker books and stickers that I've ordered from shops that have icons. So that's why I'm not going to add a lot of icons. But I did want to show you if you wanted to. So this is from that shop from Creative Fabrica. I'm going to, you do the upload just like you upload anything else. And you go up here to offset. And it's going to put an offset around it. And you just kind of play with the size of the offset to see what works best. I found a lot of times when I use that, I go too far. So let's see. All right, that's a little, I'll have too many spaces there. So let's try. So just play with the sizes until you get it right. Cricut Design Space does have a contour, but it doesn't work for certain things. A little bit further, I think I might have it. Still got that little piece right there. Like this particular offset is kind of big, but it's fine. Demonstration purposes. Once you get the size of your offset that you want, you hit apply. It's going to come out black. Just come up here to your square, change it to white, click and drag, highlight both. And you see over here both are highlighted, hit flatten. And then you change it to whatever size you want it. So I'm just going to do, let me see, my boxes are, alright, so I'll do 0.3, that's small. Alright, so we'll leave that like that. Alright, so that's how you do your icons. And now your scripts. So you come over here to text. Oh, one other thing about icons, you can always also put a circle around your icon if you don't like the offset, but I prefer the look of the offset versus putting a circle behind it. Alright, so for your scripts, grab your text, come up here to your font, find your font that you like. You know, I like my berry smoothie. Alright, type in your text you want. So I'm going to do exercise. Alright, I like my scripts to be black, so I'm going to change it to true black. I'm going to put the offset around it, so I'm just going to click on my script, do the offset, and you have all of these little contours here. So if I hit apply, alright, so if I hit apply, the reason why I didn't have to enlarge the offset is because I can actually go over here to contour. You see all these spaces here? I can go to contour over here and I can remove all of those things. Don't remove this because that's your whole offset. You want to click this, 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 all the little pieces. You want to get rid of those. All right. And now you don't have any more of those spaces. So I'm going to go up here to change my offset to white. Then I'm going to click and drag. I don't want that water tracker in there. Let me move this water tracker out of the way. All right, click and drag. Make sure it gets everything, the offset and the word, and click flatten. And then you just size it down to whatever your the size you want your scripts to be. I usually start with the width of 1, you know, just to see. And here are my boxes. I can just kind of put it in there to see how it fits, and if it doesn't fit right, I can just, you know, size it down. 0.75. I just want it to fit in my box. So when I print everything out, it'll fit good, right? And then you just go on to type the rest of your scripts, add the offset. If you don't want to increase the offset and you just really need to remove some of those spaces, just go over to contour and click the little spaces you want to remove, and then click and drag to highlight everything and click flatten. All right. So I think that's it. I think that's all of the elements that I have in my planner kits. If I forgot something, just let me know in the comments and I will, do a short video on that if I know how to do it. So now all I got to do is add the rest of my scripts and then add more boxes because I need at least, I want to say 25 boxes in my planner kits for the week. So I would just, go through, like I would probably do 5 of these, mix and match my boxes. And then, if I don't use them all solid colors like black and different things like that, I can use another planner spreads. So that's what before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to pause and go ahead and add the amount of boxes I want. And then I'm going to show you how I use the square from the beginning to kind of set up my pages to print. All right, and if I think of something else I need to add, I will show you that when I come back. All right, one thing I realized I forgot is my weekend banner. So I'm just gonna do text, weekend, do my offset. I need to make that a little bit bigger. Apply. Make sure I change that to solid black. My offset, change that to white. And then highlight everything and flatten. And then make it whatever size I want to make it. So I'll say all right, so now I'm going to try to put some structure to this. All right, so it looks like an actual kit. Making sure I got everything again. Yeah, I think I'm okay. All right, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to grab my box. Oh, before I do that, so you see how my things, they're not aligned properly. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to line them up. Then I'm going to click and drag to highlight them. Go align left and then distribute vertically. That way they're even, and then I can just hit group. All right, so they all stay together. And I can do the same thing to other similar things. All right. I'll show you one more time and then I'll do the rest off camera. Try to get them as close as possible, but also making sure it's not too close. All right. Align left, distribute vertically, and then hit group. All right, so I want to do my boxes like that and then I'll be back. All right, so let me see what I can fit in my print area, which is this box is sized to my print area. I'm going to rotate this 90 degrees. All right. And see what all I can get on here. I know that I'm going to have to do 2 pages, but more than likely I'm just gonna, I'll probably add some more stuff just so I can get a full 2 pages. Because honestly, when I do the 6.75 by 9.25, it actually looks like a full page. You know, if I have enough elements on there. So I'm just moving things around and, you know, seeing how much I can get on here. All right, so this looks like what all I can get on here. Trying to see if I can get that box on there, but I'm not going to be able to do it. So just adding little elements. All right, so once you figure out what all you can get into your print area, you can click on the box and you can move it out of the way. All right, because what you want to do, you want to select all of this. And you want to hit attach, because when you go to print and cut, you don't want this moving. You want it just like this because you know this is going to fit on one page. All right. And you can even check your measurements up here. The print area is 6.75 by 9.25 and I'm just slightly under it. All right. So now I'm going to take my box. I'm just putting the measurements back in here because I did move it slightly. And let's see, I can actually turn it back the other way, right, and see what all I can fit on here. All right. And I'm just going to put some other things on here, things that I need to print. I need to make some different scripts. So I'll probably add that onto here as well, or something. I'll figure out something to add on here just so I can get a full page. And once I get a full page, I'll click and drag to select everything and hit attach again. And then I will do my print and cut. Okay, so really quickly, I want to show you how to make date dots. So I went to shapes and I grabbed a circle, and I went to text and I just typed a number. So what you want to do You want to change your circle to white if that's the color you're going to use. All right, change it to white. Then drag your number into the circle, and you can change the size of your circle now, or you can wait. It depends on you. So then I'm just going to change the size some more. So then you want to click and drag to highlight. You want to align center, and then you want to flatten. All right, and then you just size it down to whatever you want your date dot to be. So if you want them to be 0.3, you just size it down to 0.3. All right, and then you can duplicate this and type in your numbers, your 31 numbers. Doing it individually takes a while, but that's how you make your date dots. All right, we're almost there. So I have 2 full sheets of stickers. I've saved everything. I've click and dragged and attached everything. So now I'm going to hit make it. Right, so depending on how many sheets you have, it's going to put them on the different sheets. And that's why you hit attach. Select everything and hit attach, because that way everything stays together like you want it. All right, now you hit continue. All right, it's going to find your machine up here. You want to send to printer. Right, so I removed add bleed, but I do hit use system dialog. Then I hit print. This will open up your printer menu. So yours more than likely will look different from mine. I just come in here, I choose my printer, I hit preferences, I make sure that it's on color and not black and white basically, and then I hit print, and it'll print to go to my printer. Once your printing starts, you choose whatever material you're going to use. I use Iron-On Plus. That's just the good setting for my Cricut. And then after that, once it's printed, you put it on the mat, and then you let the Cricut do its thing. All right, so I will show you the end result. All right, so here are the stickers all printed and ready to go. This is the 6.75 by 9.25 print, and the page is pretty full, so that's why I don't, I'm not real pressed about switching over to beta yet with Cricut Design Space. I want to, anytime Cricut comes out with an update like that, I like to let other people use it and experience it and see how it goes. And then when they roll out their second update or so, then I'll jump in. But these are the stickers. Something's going on with my printer. So some of the things look like it didn't print well, basically. But that's a printer issue of mine. But these are the stickers. And I'm getting ready to record my plan with me for next week. So I will be testing out these stickers in my planner. But I just wanted to walk you through how I make planner stickers in a new planner. Or if I just wanted to, make my own stickers for one of the planners of the more popular brands like Erin Condren and Happy Planner. How I take the measurements, put them in Cricut Design Space, and take elements from Creative Fabrica and make my planner stickers. All right, so I have to show you one more thing on the computer, and then we'll be all done. So one last thing, and then this video will be done. Like I said at the beginning, it's a long one. So if you stuck it out with me this far, thank you very much. So with this will be my template. So anytime, every time I want to come in and make stickers for myself, I will come in and I will just edit this template. All right, so to do that, I'm going to take this off because was just me filling up this page. I'll probably find some other things to put on here when I use it again. But what you want to do, you want to click on it and you got to detach it because you attached it for the printing and cutting. Then you probably have some things that are grouped. You want to ungroup that. Anything that you have grouped. So like for example, with these, or maybe even these, I'll show you these real quick. I'm going to ungroup them. All right, and I'm going to try to do this without moving it out of moving it. I'm going to try to do it. So let's say I wanted to use another background. So you just click on your square. You have to unflatten it. And I talked about this earlier. Click on your background there, and then click on the square here with the pattern. Scroll down until you find a different pattern that you want to use. I'll just click this one because it's right next to it. And I probably should have moved it down because I can see what the pattern looks like. And it just changed the pattern. And if you are satisfied with that, you just click and drag and flatten it. If you feel like it moved a little bit, when you click and drag, make sure you just go to align center. Make sure it's still centered, and then you can flatten it. Right, so I'm going to change that back to what it originally was. All right. I go back one more time and it'll flatten it again. And that's just me undoing everything that I did. All right. Same thing with these. Let me ungroup these. If you want to change your colors, you do the same thing. You click on it, unflatten it, click on the background color, change the color from here to whatever you want to change it to. Same with this. You unflatten it, change your background color to whatever you want to change it to. This, you can click on these, change the pattern. I'll do it really quickly. I do find with Cricut Design Space sometimes the more you have on the screen, on the canvas, the longer it may take sometimes to complete an operation. Right? So you just change your pattern. All right. So once you get your template, like say the hardest part is measuring, but if you're measuring for like an Erin Condren or a Happy Planner, those measurements are online. You can find those anywhere. But if you have a planner that you may not be able to find their measurements online, you measure your planner, and working out all of the template, that is the hardest part. But once you get this done, you have a forever template that you can use to make your planner stickers. All you have to do is find different elements that you want to use in your planner. All right, so I'm going to end this here. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I will answer them to the best of my ability. If I forgot something, put that in there. And if I know how to do it, I will show you. So I'm going to go ahead and actually film my plan with me to see if these stickers actually work in my planner. All right. Again, thank you so much for coming along with me. If you made it this far with me, thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.